Welcome to This Sacred Life in the Divine Feminine Spotlight. I'm Transformation Goddess, best-selling author, and award-winning producer Shann Vander Leek. Listen in for wisdom teachings and transparent conversations with soulful women about walking in beauty, reclaiming your feminine sovereignty, and celebrating the mystery and wonder of your sacred life. Welcome to This Sacred Life. I'm Shann Vander Leek. I'm so glad that you're here with me today listening to this podcast. Today I'm going to talk about how to stay strong when life throws you a curveball. And man, this summer the curveballs kept coming, and I'm so grateful to be what I hope is on the other side of them. The summer started out really busy. My daughter's graduating from high school. We had the high school graduation. We had events, open house and all kinds of graduation activities going on. And then before you know it, it's July 4th and she's getting ready for college. And the next thing we know, we're on summer vacation up visiting my folks. And she has a gallbladder attack, which we don't know that that's what's going on. But I have never seen my child in that much pain in my life, and hope that I never do again. And unfortunately, had to witness her in that excruciating pain before we ended up in the emergency room, and then finally in the surgeon's office, and then on the other side of a gallbladder removal surgery. So as you can imagine, if you're a mama, that was a pretty stressful time, of course, for her, but also for me as her mom, trying to stay as calm and cool and collected as I could, supporting her, as well as taking care of myself, because I can tend to fall down the rabbit hole of health anxiety pretty quickly. And if you don't know this by now, my other business is Anxiety Slayer. I'm the co-host of Anxiety Slayer and have been for 9 years with my wonderful partner, Ananga Sivir, and we support people every week who are suffering with anxiety in all different forms and post-traumatic stress, etc. So when all of this went down with my daughter, I was so grateful to know and to be able to call on EFT Tapping, to be able to use breathing exercises and essential oils and magnesium, all of these things that I've learned about and have added to my toolkit over the years. And to have them, they were all at hand when we went away, because I always just pack a little kit for just in case, and had everything I needed to help support my daughter when she was suffering so much. And it worked. The acupressure points worked, the breathing worked, magnesium worked. All of those things came together and really showed me that when we learn and prepare and practice these healing modalities, we are really in so much better shape than we would be if we didn't. One of the things that happened to me during all of this was I started to have some PTSD around kind of waiting for Marin to knock at the door in the middle of the night in excruciating pain, because it had happened more than once. And so I wasn't sleeping. I was trying to care for myself, care for my daughter, care for our family, keep everything afloat, and couldn't sleep. I can't even tell you how many days in a row that I would just wake up and I was just sure that knock was going to come and we were either going to be off to the emergency room or just witnessing her in all of this pain. Thankfully, because I teach and use EFT tapping for myself and for our listeners at Anxiety Slayer, I was able to tap through how I was feeling. I was able to voice what was going on, that I was thoroughly frightened that she was going to be in pain again, knocking at the door at 3 a.m., that I just don't want her to suffer, and that I also really want to get some sleep. And I was able to tap through all of that and really find some relief on the other side and finally get some rest. We felt like we were on top of things, and her 18th birthday was in August. So we drove down to Cedar Point, which from where we live is about an 8-hour drive. And we got there, she and a friend, we dropped them off. And within 15 minutes, it started to rain. And it rained the whole day and night and pretty much rained them out of their experience at Cedar Point on her 18th birthday. We're not really talking about life throwing me curveballs as much as throwing my daughter curveballs, but how you keep it all together to the best of your ability when somebody you love is suffering and going through things like this. We get it, right? Life happens, bad things happen, weather happens. There was no way we could have known that it was going to rain the way that it did. There was no way we could have known that she was going to have another attack on the way home. Life was happening, and we were doing the very best we could to move through it, to experience it, to care for ourselves, caring for her and caring for myself through the health crisis. I realized that in the big picture, what we went through this summer is nothing compared to what so many endure and deal with. But it's our story. And it was a chance for Marin to learn how to care for herself when she's feeling horrible, to learn that these tools and techniques and things that she's been watching me use for years actually work. So that was a big learning. That was a big teaching for her. And the teaching for me was that I had to ask for support. Thank goodness I have a really good support team. I reached out to a good friend who also happens to be a massage therapist. I got on her table. Before I got on her table, I cried my eyes out. She held space for me. I was able to go through everything I needed to go through emotionally with her, completely safe and supported, which is what a blessing to have a girlfriend that can do that for you and that you can do that for. And to get the body work and to do what I knew I needed to do to stay as grounded as I could to be of support. That is such a gift. So how do you stay strong when life throws you a curveball? You reach out to your support system, to your best friend, to your partner, to somebody that is available to hold space for you. You reach into that toolkit and practice what you know, whether it's yoga or getting out for a hike or getting on a massage table or taking a bath, breathing exercises, EFT tapping, essential oils, whatever it is that works for you, or maybe a combination of all of the above, as I used, to show yourself all of these things that come together in this perfect way to support you while you're going through a shitstorm. And here we are in October. I'm grateful to share that it's been a couple of weeks since Marin's surgery. She's doing great. She's feeling better. She's in college, loving her classes, going back to work, and it looks like things are going well with her recovery. Since then, I also had some dental surgery. I didn't even get into that because why go there, right? But I'm also healing well. And my husband has been a champ through all of this, really has been our rock. The fact is, when these things happen, if you dig deep, you really do know what to do. And if you don't know what to do or feel like you don't, hopefully I've given you some ideas today that you can draw from that can support you when a loved one is suffering or when you feel like curveballs are flying at you faster than you can dodge them. I'm so glad that you listened in today. I hope that you found this podcast supportive and that if you have been dealing with a health crisis or in a situation where you've been supporting somebody who's suffering, I hope that you're on the other side of it and wish you all the best. And we'll come back again and see you next month. Until then, take good care of yourself. Big love. Thanks for listening to This Sacred Life. If you like what you heard, the best compliment you can give us is to leave some stars and a favorable review at iTunes. And be sure to visit transformationgoddess.com to claim your free album of guided relaxations for women who do too much.